Aboriginal people, any social indicator you ever look at, you can't come to any other conclusion that it's genocide. Australia escaped the Genocide Convention for 50 years. The rest of the civilised world adopted it in 1949. What happened, Australia? Ask Robert Menzies and his party. The Labor Liberal Party doesn't make any difference. They're the same. They're racist. They're illegally occupying our land, and they're raping it. They're butchering this land, destroying it. It's time to stand up. Gives me a little bit of heart. I'm glad we hung in there as Aboriginal people. The little bit of spirit you try to take off us. Everything. You destroyed our land. You've taken everything off us. Our children, our wages, you name it. Have a good look. I'm heartened by this group of people here. What we need, Aboriginal people need a treaty in this country. We need this war to be recognised and ended.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal.
Again, Cook narrowly avoids death. He spends 7 frustrating, fascinating weeks at Endeavour River, and despite the occasional fight, the locals make a deep impression on him.
They may appear to be the most wretched people on Earth, but in reality, they are far more happier than we Europeans. They live in a tranquility which is not disturbed by the inequality of condition. The earth and sea of their own accord furnishes them with all things necessary for life.
This may have to do with his own life experience, coming from humble beginnings and moving through a British society that was very, very structured along class lines.
In Aboriginal lifestyle, as opposed to that, as Cook was witness to and reflected upon favourably, everybody was the same.
Cook's startling observations on the Gugu Yimavir will be edited out of the published version of his journal. Inequality of condition? Aborigines happier than Europeans. The 18th century establishment won't have its heroes flirting with radical politics. At last, on August the 4th, 1770, Cook says goodbye to these intriguing people. He then navigates the patched-up Endeavour out through the maze of the Great Barrier Reef. It is an astonishing feat of sailing. 18 days later, Cook lands once more and now performs one of the most controversial acts of the whole voyage. He claims the entire east coast of New Holland for Britain. He names it New South Wales.
We know the secret orders that Cook was given before he left Britain. That was to take possession of the Great South Land on 2 counts. One, that it was uninhabited, and which he'd sailed up the east coast and clearly it was not uninhabited. Or secondly, he was to open up dialogue with the native people and gain their consent, again, which he did not do.
But of course, Cook is a servant of the British Empire, and the hope was that he could steal an advantage over other possible national rivals, particularly, of course, the French.
What happened there was totally illegal. And you could basically say it was a theft of this continent from Indigenous people, and is still today illegal.
23rd of August 1770, Cook sails north into open water and back onto the map.